What up? Future me, digital me, avatar me, me, meow, me, meow mix me. Um, it reminded me because of the enemy from within at eating the cats guy um, that I just watched. But I should have remembered it because of the comment I made in the last video. Anyways, they were calling everybody. They being they. The rich the voice of the elites, which should be called the something else because they're not elite, they're just rich. The elites should be, the academics and the basically the academics because they're the only ones that are really elite. They study. I mean, I know some people may be offended by that. And like, oh, I don't know. I'm not going. I didn't go. Well, I did go to school, but I didn't graduate. So, I'm not elite either. Anyways, point of this and what I'm going to say is, in case no one can figure it out just by watching. Well, you should be able to figure it out just by watching one video. If you do, I don't expect to get any views in the short term. Again, hot as balls, and as an aside, if while we're renaming shit, Gulf of America, can we just, instead of calling this the Bible Belt, can we call this the goddamn it's hot in the South, or goddamn it's hot belt, or this part of America needs, air conditioning. And I'm not talking about you need air conditioning in your house. I think we need to turn, I don't know, West Texas into one giant air conditioner that just blows AC eastward. America. Uh, so there you go. That's my engineering idea. Just an air conditioner that is just, 4 miles high and 1 mile wide, and it's just air conditioning. I mean, we do things bigger here in Texas, so let's do things bigger here in Texas. We can power it with solar panels. Yeah. Maybe make a factory that makes the solar panels for the air conditioner. And make, and if the AC needs a fan, like, well, it'll kill birds. I don't think anyone in Texas is going to give a shit about the AC killing birds. Yeah. Maybe we can just make guns that kill the birds automatically before they get into the air conditioner. Because you might think I'm a liberal, but if some birds have to die in order for me to be colder during the warmer parts of the month, I don't think I care. Because fuck them. So, yeah. They need to learn to not fly near the air conditioner for the great state of where I fucking live. Now, if I'm moving, then yeah, I guess we don't need to buy it or build it or buy for building it or whatever. I just don't. It's too fucking hot in here. So, and Trump, I hear you're saving money, so yeah, you need to. You're buying that shit. Like, I don't want to hear no dick about it. And Texas is buying it. No, you're paying for this motherfucker. Anyways, what the fuck was I gonna say? Um, oh, right. In case you don't know by watching one of my videos, I am a out of work professional career bum. I am disabled though, so I am on disability. But yes, that is my career and my profession. Before I got into this very noble, time-honored profession, I did, however, have a multitude of temporary occupations. Um, but I did spend many years working as a gas station operator, attendant, whatever you might want to call it. Many years. That was the job that I was working under the longest. I don't know how many years it was, but it was years. All the other jobs, the job I worked longest at, other than that, was working at U-Haul with a buddy of mine. But yeah, other than those two, oof, the other jobs I just could not stand. Factory, suck ass. I don't know how anybody can work in a factory. Working in a kitchen at a restaurant called Cops. Ooh, that sucked ass too. And then, I don't know, it's hard for me to remember. Like I said, I did roofing like for one day. And that was, yeah. I don't know of anybody that does roofing that says, man, that job is so easy. I breezed through that son of a bitch. That was nothing. I'd rather be a roofer than insert easy ass job here. I don't know. I don't know anybody that would be like, roofing is the easiest job ever. Unless they're talking about slipping roofies into a drink. Yeah. Yeah, it sucked ass. There are jobs that I would definitely not want to do. That I would be like, I will be a roofer before I do that job. But still, that job sucked. Oh, I did do a job once where I was hauling carpets out of the basement of a hotel that was being renovated, and I never want to do anything like that again because they had fucking roaches in the carpet / rugs, and I was like, yeah, I'm never fucking doing that again. Yeah, that's not. No, I'm never fucking doing that again. That was not something I liked. So, yeah. I kind of view myself as very, and a lot like Peter Gibbons from Office Space. I have a lot of times, I've spent a lot of times trying to think of what would be like what do I want to be? I don't know how many people out there have tried to play the same game. Like, what do I want to be? Where would I do? Like, if I had $1 billion, $100 billion, like, what would I do. And I'm at this point, like it used to be, like I would sit around and play games and stuff. And because I've been on disability so long, I did that. I'd sit around and play games and watch streaming, YouTube, all that stuff. And I did that for so long. Now, I gotta say, even that is kind of meh. So the thing that brought me the most, almost fulfillment in life, it's kind of, wow, not really doing anything for me anymore. So, I have two channels. This one's hoping to be monetized so I can do something else that might have some kind of, might bring some kind of spicy saltiness back into my sweaty red balls, which for a while now are going to be the sponsors of all my videos, both lefty and righty. Eventually, I will have to decide on a name, but we're still in the process. If someone wants to subscribe and leave a comment, maybe you can name one of them. I'm just saying, if you want to name one of my balls by being the first subscriber / commenter, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea. I'm not saying I'm going to necessarily take the idea, but if I like it, sure. I'm open to changing the name from lefty or righty to something a little more elegant and classy. I'm not getting a fucking tattoo anywhere on my body, though. I'm kind of philosophically opposed to tattoos and earrings and that sort of thing. But, it'll be engraved in the cerebellum or cerebrum. I don't know. Cortex. Whatever. Frontal cortex, prefrontal cortex. Fudge brownies. I just had my eyes closed really tight, and then I opened them, and that was a little bit headachy. That kind of feeling. So, I hope my work history will illuminate anyone to my backstory a little bit, and also dissuade others to disparaging me about my, non-occupational status. I may be, by some definitions, a bum, but It is a profession, paradox launcher. What the fuck? Hmm. Somehow that got on there without me putting it on there. Interesting. That was a fucked up thing on there, but I gotta look into that. And then system info is just on there somehow too. I don't know. But all right, whatever. I don't know why the fuck paradox is on there without me doing anything. Who the thing? Whatever. Okay. And yeah. It is indeed hot. It is apparently 87 degrees outside, and I think I gotta go outside and wash my balls off. We gotta come to some sort of agreement in the hot South about, you know, if people can be, if either, okay, taxes, one, and every, all right, once we do that, once we tax shit out of billionaires, because we got to do it, it's got to be done. The federal government has to institute a program to build pools in fucking every city and fund them. There's got to be a public pool everywhere because it's just fucking necessary. Um, Fully funded, fully staffed, and you know that's another thing I'm gonna do. Vote for me. I will do fucking public pools everywhere, every city in the South, and probably in the North too, because it still gets hot in the North in the summer. I mean, I know people in the South don't know about it, but it does. I mean, it's only for I don't know June, July, and August, a little bit in April too, but it's hot enough. Right? It's hot enough to be able to make a justification for a pool. Now, some areas don't really get enough water, but we can work around that once we have enough funding to hire everybody to do the engineering and planning and working and all the stuff that I have planned. So vote for me, vote for people like me. I will tell you who and how, and we'll get it done. Pools for everyone, pools for fun, boobs for the sake of boobs. Right? Seriously, one hot girl in every town's got to show her boobs around. Everybody's got to love boobs too. That's another thing. I mean, people got to stop being afraid of boobs. Right? They're just boobies. I mean, come on. Even babies like boobs. I mean, they suck on them. You give you food, and once we have them out and about often enough, people will just be like, yeah, that's Sheila. She's got the best boobs in town. She won last year's boob competition, and she's the boob ambassador of the city. It's really nice. The high water mark of the town for this year/season. And yeah, if you feel like you got it up, got the stuff to compete with Sheila, by all means. But, I don't know, ladies. That is, that's a tough nut to crack. So, what are you going to do? Post it on the city's website. This year's Boob Princess. Anywho, Sheila out.